As in the Days of Noah musical has a really, really unique story, different than what people have ever seen before. It follows the story of course, Noah, who's our lead character, and then we have 3 other lead characters who are fictional that we wrote for the show. So each of our leads in this show are seeking to build something. You have Noah, of course, who everyone knows, who is building an ark of safety for he and his family. You have Hadad, who is he's in it for the money, he's in it for the wealth, he's in it for, you know, all these sinful things. You have the counselor, who he is just trying to establish himself in the world and make a name for himself. And then finally you have Sarah, Sarah is just trying to find her way in life and find love and find something to fulfill the ache inside of her heart. So it portrays the 4 of these characters in a really, really unique, I think, enjoyable way that people are really going to love.
To me, Noah is a man that, well, first of all, he's the one that the Lord came to and revealed that his big plan was to wipe out the world and start all over again. And so Noah is a man who's the man caught between, okay, what do I need to do to protect my family and to serve the Lord at the same time.
So I'm playing the character of Hadad. He is the ruler of the city. His desire is to just build all that he can get and all the money and glory that he can get for himself.
I play the role of the counselor. I'm basically the second-hand man to Hadad, the high ruler of the city. And I'm pretty much after my own glory. I'm seeking a name for myself, trying to eventually gain power for myself.
My name is Ashley Schaefer, and I'm playing the character of Sarah. Sarah is a fictional character who has had a pretty difficult life, and because of that is really just looking for love and for comfort and for someone to give her worth.
I think this show is unique because it has some really different set pieces and things that I don't think anyone's ever really tried when it comes to trying to depict Noah on stage. I think it's always like you have to build the whole arc. So it's different. It's just a kind of a unique idea.
The show is unique because of the way the story is being told. Very little is known about the Noah story from Scripture. So what the writers of As in the Days of Noah have done, they've filled in the blanks with some creative liberties, and I think it's really going to come off well.
I really like that we're talking more about the inside character of a person and looking and like really going deep into the heart posture of the people that were living at that time.
As in the days of Noah, so will be the days of the coming of the Son of Man. So everything that is being portrayed in the story that we're telling is going to happen again on the earth. I think the main objective is to just get the point across that wickedness and lawlessness will abound, and there is a day of judgment coming.
I believe the show is unique because it's a biblical perspective on what Noah actually went through along with his family, but it also adds a personal touch of kind of what would actually have been gone on during that period of time.
I found it unique because it's not like any Noah play, that like a traditional type of Noah play. It actually follows a couple different stories, and it's really cool how it all comes together.
Also, I think it's unique because it's very different from what you would find in the world in that it has the Spirit of the Lord behind it.
I think someone should come to see the show because, first of all, it's good music, it's going to be entertaining, and there's just a good message that is good for believers and unbelievers that can see, like, when they come into it, they can know, believers can be strengthened, and that Jesus is coming back, and unbelievers can see who Jesus is.
I think that many people actually should come to see this show. One, it's a different spin on how Noah's story is being told. I think that bringing people who don't know the gospel will really find themselves very engaged in the characters. They're really going to be excited about, like, you know, what happens in the end. Yeah, we know about the ark, and that's very historical, but, you know, where am I in the history of God? And I really think that whether you're a believer or not, I think you're really going to be touched. And I think it's a great message, so you definitely want to come and see it.
I think that this show is going to have an appeal to the church and the unchurched, and I think that the reason is because it's entertaining. It kind of keeps you going. The pace isn't slow. If you don't know even if you don't know the story, you're gonna be tracking with it.
I also really love the music. As a musical theater person for my whole life, I'm really enjoying the pieces that are coming out of this production, and I've just been convicted myself by the content of this story, and so I know that the Lord will speak to believers, and I know that the Lord will speak to unbelievers just the same.
Everyone, I believe, as individuals will be able to relate with one or more of the characters that are presented.
I totally agree. I believe even a believer or non-believer can take away so much from this. This can be something that you can grow in your relationship as a believer with the Lord, knowing what's going on, but it's also a great evangelistic tool to bring people that you know that maybe don't know Christ, and it's a great show for that as well.